It's the Old Man's Podcast Club. We're drinking and thinking it all over. We'll talk, and we'll talk some more and have a wonderful time. It's the Old Man's Podcast Club. It's the Old Man's Podcast Club. Hey.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen and geese, and welcome to the Old Man's Podcast Club, the world's #1 fortnightly nonsensical podcast hosted around a plastic garden table in a secret underground bunker. I'm your host, Miles Page, and tonight I'm joined by Ryan Mordhau.
Hello.
Hi. And we're joined by the spirit of George Williams.
Tumbleweed.
If you are listening, George, from the Old Man's Podcast Club and everyone working here so hard behind the scenes, I hope you're having a delightful holiday.
Yeah.
Don't know
Have
what,
a beer for me.
don't know why we're actually looking to the other side
know,
of the
it's
bunker
a bit
where
weird,
we
like-
normally would be. Like,
Should have a little memorial with his face, a little gravestone, maybe a cross, a couple of candles.
a couple of incense sticks. Like.
Rip George. He's not dead, by the way. I've just got to clear that up. just in case I don't want to confuse anyone.
He's having a lovely holiday.
Yeah.
Finally got out the bunker. Good on him.
The 3-digit code he finally mastered. I've been leaving him in here for weeks.
If this is your first time listening to the podcast, there's normally 3 of us, and we are the Birds with the Suds. We're united by a love for pubs and for beers and a number of other things, and we use this podcast to discuss them in great detail. Let's crack open an ice-cold can of conversation. Beers this week provided by me.
Yay!
Miles, what beers did you bring? Well, Miles. We've got 3 weird ones, haven't we?
We have got 3 weird ones. I'm looking at them, and the first one is intimidating me.
They're all... I don't think any of the flavours will go. There's no thing.
No, I have to say, I think some of the beers may impact others to be like, this tastes disgusting now.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
If they taste what they claim to be on the bottle, then yes. So the first one is from Innis and Gunn, barrel-aged Blood Red Sky, and this is a rum barrel red beer, coming in at a tidy 6.8% ABV.
Ouch.
Ouch. Yeah. From Edinburgh.
Yeah. It is only a 330ml bottle, though. So at least the 6.8% is not going to be too harsh.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to crack this open.
Yeah. The old penis bottle opener's back. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Remaking its appearance, obviously. Maybe we'll throw that in a photo with the bottles.
Or is it? It's remaking its visual appearance, I guess.
Yeah.
Blood Red Sky sets a scene: warm Caribbean sand, flickering candles, cold beer, and anticipation of the night to come. From this place came the inspiration for this brew: Jamaican rum barrels meet Scottish red beer, in an explosion of cool, spicy rum notes, vanilla, and rich fruit.
You're going to have to throw the glass over because I want to see what this red beer looks like.
Throw the glass over.
Yeah, throw us a glass. He just picked up his own glass and was like, I don't know what you're on about.
I didn't know what you were on about.
It looks delicious. I didn't pour mine very well.
Me neither. It smells fairly beery.
It smells like beer, as all good things should.
Don't know.
If I can get past the huge head I've poured onto my beer, then I will have a little taste. Oh, you can tell it's strong,
Yeah.
but it's not overpowering.
That's smooth, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a spine tingler kind of strong. It's more of a belly warmer kind of strong.
Yeah. And there are some strong beers on this world that feel like some of the impression of strength might have been added with like a tiny bit of vinegar thrown in or something.
Yeah.
Like, feels a bit cheap, but that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice when you can get a strong beer that also it doesn't feel like it's gonna ruin your insides.
And you could accidentally drink quite a few of them really quick.
Yeah, I guess there's a reason why they come in 330ml bottles. You don't want to be making that mistake.
Easier to carry. Do you want to rate that? Have you got a rating?
I think I'm ready for a rating. I think.
Right.
I'm going to give it a. Oh, it's teetering between two numbers for me. No, I'm going to throw it up there. It's going to be a 7.
Really?
Actually, no, 7.5. 7.5.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, for a strong beer, this is one of the nicest 6+ percenters I've ever had.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, most of them I get, and it's something like festival special, and it makes me want to hold my nose.
Yeah.
And get rid of it, so I can just get another beer.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's pleasant. It's more of a beer than like a weird craft ale, isn't it?
Yeah.
But,
and the color, like it just seems so much darker than it actually is. If you hold it up to the light, it does actually let a lot of light pass through it, but it looks really dark if you hold it out of the light. It's a strange one. It's a strange one, but it's nice. Would recommend.
I would recommend. It's an interesting, and like, yeah, the aftertaste is a bit of a hint of rum in it. It's pleasant.
Yeah, no. So where can we get these beers from, Miles?
Mozzers.
Morrison's,
mate.
Okay.
This was in the £4 for £6 category.
Nice. Always a good bargain option.
Well, that's how we ended up with the second beer of the night, which we'll come to. But speaking of beers, I haven't given a rating. I'm going to go 7.61.
So you have to just beat me by 0.11, don't you?
I didn't beat anyone, you know.
To be fair, that's quite a high rating from you. I don't think you've given anything much more than an 8 for the last 7. What, are we on episode 7 now? I can't remember.
7.
I think this is episode 7.
Yeah, because Game of Thrones was 6.5.
Yeah.
Episode 7, the big 7, yeah.
Special episode.
David Beckham's number.
Speaking of David Beckham, he's banned from driving.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Ooh,
yeah.
Was he on his phone, or was he? No, he wasn't drunk. He was on his phone, weren't he?
Yeah.
6 months. 6 months, no driving.
Driving his
Naughty.
Bentley.
Yeah, Bentley.
Yeah, that's fair enough, though. I mean,
okay.
That probably happens to quite a lot of people every day. It's just like when it's high profile.
Yeah, he'll be driving his legs for the next 6 months. Or he'll just be paying someone to drive his car for him.
Just get a driver, yeah. And the thing is that it's got to be. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Because it's what. What's the? What have you got that's so urgent that you've got to play on your phone?
Don't know.
Clash of Clans.
Of course, you got to make sure no one's hitting you. I can't remember how to play Clash of Clans.
Yeah, I suppose you've got
it's
to
been
log
many
in.
years.
You got to get your gold, don't you? Because if the mines are full, then you don't.
Oh, you got to collect your resources so they don't backlog or something.
But you can still pull over for that. And everything else, like if it's a Bentley, unless it's an old one, he'll be able to connect his phone either by cable or via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi.
Here's one. I don't know whether you know the answer. Obviously, like the new Android sync is like way better than it was, supposedly.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff can you put on the screen in the car now? Like, can you put YouTube videos on? Can you put Netflix on? Or is it just simply like maps, calls, texts? Like, what's the deal?
So I've got a fairly new, but so mine's a 2017 Android.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
You're Sync 3.
I'm Sync 3.
I think they just come out with a new one like a couple of weeks ago. Basically. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I might be completely wrong. I've done no research on this.
No. I didn't even know there was a new one, but
I swear I heard it like in an advertisement for a new car. So they were like advertising it as like a new feature.
Yeah.
So
all I say is like Android Auto is so sick. Like it's such a good idea because like every sat nav in every car that's built in tends to be kind of rubbish because they've tried to do their own, and it's like, why?
See, yeah, I don't understand why they do that when they could just be like, you know what, let's just use Google Maps. Let's put Google Maps on it.
Why are you trying to compete with something that is really good? It's what everyone wants to use. You know.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense to me. Makes no sense.
Unless you've got a product that you know is 100% better. Like what? Yeah, so... But I will say, for everything that's worth, Android Auto is buggy. And like mine just fell apart.
I'm not surprised because they've got Android running on many different phones.
Yeah.
So that's going to have bugs in it regardless. Yeah. And then you've also got the Android being... Does it get pushed from your phone to the car?
Yeah.
So you've got many different phones to many different cars, and it's every time you kind of add another link to the chain, it's all... the chance of getting bugs is just higher. But
do you not think like a Samsung Galaxy S8 to a Ford Focus? Wait, not even a Ford Focus, to a Ford with that radio, like entertainment,
yeah.
Like, do you not think that that's like going to be a fairly common?
I don't know. I guess the problem is it's up to the manufacturer to try all of the different phones on their car to test the bugs. Are they going to do that?
No. It's just a shame, right? So there's this bug with volume. Now, there's the whole, just so I don't trigger it off, OK. Pause. Google, right?
Yeah.
You've got your voice command just the same as Siri or anything, and you can use that in the car. And on the car, there is the voice command button. When you've got Android Auto connected, you can press that button, and that becomes the OK Google.
Okay.
And which is great. So you can go on there and you can just press the button and go, play the Beatles on Spotify. And it'll go, oh, yeah, no problem, I can do that. The problem is that the audio volume is different to the Google Voice volume. So you can accidentally turn the voice volume up all the way. So when it responds to you, it blows your ears out. But the other thing is there's the two separate volumes. So obviously when the voice command starts talking back to you, it switches to that volume. This is really hard to explain.
I think I know what you mean, because obviously my car's a lot older.
Yeah.
And I can only link through Bluetooth. It's a very kind of like basic system, so I can play music over Bluetooth and I can take calls over Bluetooth. And that's pretty much all I can do with mine. And if I'm taking a call, that volume, if I turn the volume up or down, is different to the volume that if I'm playing music.
Yes. Yeah, exactly that. So the Google Assistant volume comes up, let's say that's 20, and my music was at 10. It'll come up and then it'll play the Beatles, and the Beatles will be really loud, and it'll still be on voice volume.
So it kind of gets stuck on one volume.
So you have to trigger the assistant again
to make it realise that it's...
nightmare, mate. Fucking annoying.
First world problems, eh?
Yeah. It just means that I miss the first 10 seconds of every song.
Stop skipping songs, just let it play.
Sorry, that was a tangent and a bit of a rant, weren't it?
Oh, it was a good tangent, though. Yeah, don't use your phone and drive. Pull over and collect your coins on Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
That way.
Or stop being a stinge, man. Pay for a private driver to drive you Bentley.
Exactly.
Like, that's not a first world problem, you know. We can all do that. Little changes, right?
Yeah. I know what I'll be doing when I get home.
So, a few weeks ago, we had the Easy Peeler, a beer, on this very show. And it had a bunch of hieroglyphics names, letters, numbers on the side.
Yeah, so it had all like the standard units of measurement, didn't it? So like percentage units, like that kind of thing. It had the ideal serving temperature, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite interesting. But then it also had a load of other random gobbledygook that we didn't know what it means. And I've been away and I have researched the hell out of that because I wanted to know it's about beer. I need to know these things. And actually, it's quite interesting. So we had on it the OG. I was like, oh my God, this guy's OG. You know, what? Turns out that means nothing. No, it means the original gravity. And on the Easy Peeler, it was 10 degrees plateau. No idea what that means.
Right.
But essentially, it's a measure of the solid content originally in the wort before the alcoholic fermentation has commenced to produce the beer. So it's like a predetermined way of measuring your wort before you've done the fermentation to kind of know what to expect the alcohol content to be. So you can get an idea of what it's going to be before it's actually undergone the fermentation.
Shit, man.
Yeah, so it's quite clever.
Yeah.
So there's way more details. So they do it by like measuring temperature and pressure, and so if water has an absolute value of 1, then you know that some like the wort will be like 1.04 or something, and then that means like essentially you've got like 40 degrees, but then in the plateau scale you divide that by 4, so you'd have like 12 or something. Right. It's quite strange. And every 1 degree plateau equates to about 0.4% alcohol content.
So that's the impact on the end drinker.
Yeah, pretty much. So Easy Peeler had 10 degrees plateau, and as a rough guide, if 1 degree plateau is about 0.4% alcohol, then it means it was about 4%. I think it was like 4.2.
Okay.
So it kind of works.
Okay, right.
We also had the IBU, which is the International Bitterness Unit Scale.
Okay.
So it's just a measure of the bitterness of the beer. So we had 30 on the Easy Peeler, and a kind of a typical guide is I can't remember it. Apparently it's kind of like obscure because it measures a particular molecule in parts per million, but then you can kind of obscure the taste of that molecule by adding other flavors. So it's not a very accurate scale essentially. So, but it's a good general guideline.
Is it out of 100?
I think I can't remember the scale.
Right. Okay. So I suppose it was meant to be quite a citrusy vibe drink.
Yeah. So what I did a bit of research on it. There is other ways of calculating it, and it's a ratio of the bitterness units, the gravity unit, the original gravity. And a typical IPA is anywhere between 0.6 and 1.64, and our Easy Peeler was 1.3. So, I mean, it sits right in there in that range.
Okay.
And then lastly, we had the EBC, which is the color units. So it's literally a measurement of color. Mm-hmm. So we had a 6. Our Easy Peeler was a 6. And pale ales sit anywhere between 4 and 8. Dark lagers are about 25 to 40, and stouts sit between 60 and 75.
Huh.
And they just do it by measuring the wavelength of a particular wavelength of light in a spectrophotometer.
Right.
So
okay.
Super easy to do, but kind of unnecessary. Like they used to do it by color card. But they've gone a bit scientific now, you know.
But surely colour card depends on the lighting in your room anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you hold it up to a light. You can't just be like, this is how much light passes through my beer.
But I suppose if you're in the same room every time with the same lighting, then a colour card is quite a good idea.
Yeah, but like, I guess it gets difficult because if you take a stout, like a proper stout, it's literally black.
Yeah.
You can't see any light through it. So how do you compare one stout to another stout? So if you use the spectrophotometer, you can do dilution to actually get an actual number. To be like, this one's darker than this one, basically. So, bit of an interesting beer.
So I guess like if you do know that, you understand the scales and what they're held against, you can pretty much scientifically work out whether you're going to love that beer or not.
I guess so. Obviously, it doesn't equate for any of the flavors. It's just the only thing in there is the bitterness, which can be masked by other flavors, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, okay.
So it doesn't really tell you what flavor the beer is. It just kind of gives you all its properties. So I think if you were a brewer and then you went to drink someone's beer and it had all of that stuff on, then you'd be like, So
do you reckon it's more of like a beer festival thing?
Maybe. I don't really know because they don't put that stuff on there at beer festivals.
No. Well, yeah, and like, well, maybe if it's more of a craft ale festival. But I don't know.
I'm wondering whether it's for like more small brews so they can compare between batches. Maybe. I don't know. Obviously, they take these measurements for a reason to make sure that they're going to get as close to the same final product as they can between batches.
I mean, they're not flexing on anyone, are they?
No.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I had to go away and look at that stuff. Like, I drink a lot of beer. I've got no idea what that stuff means.
I've been doing a bit of research today about the shape of a beer glass and how it might affect your drinky poos. Right? We've spoke about this before.
Yeah, we've always said that beer tastes. I feel like beer tastes better out of a nice glass.
We've both got these very thin tulip glasses from Hook Norton. Well, you've got.
I've got the Tour completed glass. Mine's a bit of a thick stuff compared to yours.
Yours is thick stuff, but you've got one of these thin ones at home.
I do, yeah. I do.
And these are great.
Yeah, that glass is much nicer than this one.
So, tulip glasses are what they sound like. As in they're kind of like a chalicey sort of thing, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very nice to hold. You feel a little bit elegant. It's almost like a large brandy glass.
I feel like in 2008, if you drink your beer out of that, you'd have been called a wanker.
Probably. That's why I do it at home when no one can see me. When I'm in the pub, it's like, give me a jug. I'll just drink it.
Because you couldn't have that at the pub. Someone goes, cheers, mate. It's like,
hold on.
Not with you, pal.
No. Don't come anywhere near my glass.
But there was, I remember there was a show on TV about, they were doing like a test on beer glasses to see, and a bunch of other things, like how important is the head, like a 5mm to 10mm head on a beer, and like it turns out it's very important to have a head on a beer as a placebo, and part of it is the same with the glass, because they were doing this controlled test when I had all these people in the pub, and they had like a straight glass and a tulip glass, and said,
I think I watched that. It was on something like Food Unwrapped.
Yeah, something like that, weren't it?
Yeah, I remember them getting a load of people in the pub, and they were like, what do you think of this one? What do you think of that one? And then they were telling them the difference afterwards.
They were making choices, weren't they?
Yeah.
And it was all the same beer, except like one had a head, one was
in
a different glass, blah, blah, blah. So...
I think it does make a difference, though. I know it is mostly psychological, but I think there's definitely differences. So I think like with the head, if you have like a flat beer compared to one with a head, it's probably like the bubbles popping, and then you're getting like the aroma of the beer that aids the taste, maybe.
Now,
I don't know.
From my research, and it's quite a hard thing to Google, but a tulip-shaped glass, which is what we're on about, with either smooth curves or hard angles. So we've got smooth curves, but retains more of an aroma in the bowl of the glass.
I see. So it's kind of by being a tulip shape, it's keeping the aroma in the glass.
Yeah.
So whenever you go for a swig, you kind of get that big hit of the smell.
Yeah.
And the taste at the same time.
And obviously smell is such an influential factor on taste.
Yeah, because you wouldn't eat something that smells bad.
Smells like shit.
It's shit.
But Yeah, and people are saying, "Oh, it's not that big a thing. It's a very subtle difference." But reading comments online and whatnot, because I'm going on articles and then watching the response, it's like it's real hit and miss as to whether people go with it or not. I mean, like personally, I think a real glass can be like wolf in what's the expression? Wolf in something clothing. Wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, I think that's the expression. I know what you were going for, but I don't actually know the expression myself. It's
a bad thing dressed up as good.
Yeah.
Like, so a good glass, I think these tulip glasses can do that. I think they're great.
I think it's right, though, because if I buy some cheap beer from the shop, just to kind of like, I fancy a beer, I don't really want to pay that much, I just fancy a beer.
Yeah.
Then if I just drink that beer or I have it in my glass, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell. Like, it just gives you a nicer drinking experience as well. So if you put a can to your mouth, it's a bit sharp and ragged and you're being careful. Whereas if you put a nice glass to your mouth, you're kind of like, it's a luxurious feeling.
Yes. Okay, here's a question, Roy. If you go to a gig or you're going to a party in a field or a festival, they hand out these single...
Shit plastic cups.
Right, yeah. And the bit that you drink from has got a lip from it. Right. Okay, hold on. Let me talk about this. So you've got the inside of the glass. Pardon me. Inside of the glass, and
I know which lip you're on about.
Kind of comes up and
horrific.
It sort of ends here. It's like sharp lip.
It like hooks underneath the rim of the glass. They're the worst.
Why?
It's so they can stack easily.
But it hurts my teeth.
And the only good thing about it is it's something to put in your mouth to hold your beer when you need to do something with two hands.
You need to tie your lace or go for a piss in a bush.
Exactly. That's literally the only benefit to them.
But equally, I'd be happy to put it down, or just down it and then put it down.
Yeah,
because that's normally the sort of circumstance you have with those, and can't we do something better than that?
I feel like they need to be reinvented. I guess they have to be stackable, which is the major problem, because if it was me, I'd be there like plastic cup with a plastic handle. Yeah, let's go. Let's go tankard style.
Maybe they could be collapsible.
There's definitely collapsible cups out there.
I was looking on Kickstarter this week and I saw some collapsible, reusable, they're kind of like food container bags. And I think the idea is to get down on plastic waste, but like these things are mad. They're kind of like a harder silicone sort of thing.
Yeah.
That are fairly collapsible and small, but then they can also stand up on their own accord. They can seal, oven proof, microwave proof, all these sort of cool things.
It's where we need to go. I mean, obviously, it's going to be really hard to just abolish plastic.
Yeah.
But to make plastic smarter, if you know what I mean, to be able to use it for many more things means you only need one thing instead of 10 things.
Yes.
So you're automatically using 10 times less plastic in that sense. Like, it's a massive reduction.
Remember when the carrier bag ban or charges came into force? And
I still buy those bloody things like a moron.
What do you mean? The bags for life?
Yeah, well, if you go to the shop, you buy one too many things that you're just unable to manhandle back to your car. You've got no choice, really, have you?
Well, how many bags for life have you got?
A hell of a lot. Like,
you just buying them like normal bags?
Pretty much. Obviously, if I go like food shopping or something, I make sure to take the bags I need. But if I'm just out and I find something I need, then it's like, well, I can't just carry it around with me all day.
Like what?
I don't know. You walk into a clothes shop, you buy a pair of jeans, a couple of t-shirts. You're going to carry that around on your shoulder?
Oh, okay. So we're going more. Yeah, that's a difficult one, isn't it? I took a rucksack shopping the other day. That was a nice experience.
I bet that works really well.
Yeah,
but obviously men don't really carry bags that often.
They tend not to, no.
Well, I don't want to stereotype. Most men don't carry a bag. They tend to keep a wallet in their pocket. Whereas women mostly carry a handbag. And
Yeah.
like, I know for sure Beth, if we're going out shopping, she shoves like a canvas bag in her handbag.
Yeah.
And then just whacks it out when she needs to buy something.
That's a good idea, isn't it? Really.
I mean, it works. It's just I'm a moron and I need to remember to take a bag if I'm going to go buy something.
I think there's a laziness that's been generated by men's short, like decent trouser pockets, like decent jean pockets, right?
Yeah.
Because most girls' jeans have rubbish pockets. You couldn't even get an original Nokia in there, let alone
a modern phone.
Yeah, an iPhone X or whatever, like far too big. So you can't get your wallet. You can't do jaff all.
Yeah, you do see a lot of females walking around with their phone half sticking out their pocket.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like, if I was a thief,
Yep.
you've just made that so easy for me. Obviously, I'm not a thief, so it's fine. But you get where I'm coming from.
But then the guys, like, for some reason, I don't know why it is the case that girls' pockets are so rubbish, but like guys, we've always got huge pockets.
It's
even
great.
in skinny jeans.
It's great, yeah.
I can get any phone in there, and I think that's.
I mean, if you want to steal my phone, you've got to get past my keys, probably a pack of chewing gum.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a few barriers in there before you actually get to it,
My
and then you get
of
to
bags for life.
yeah, and then you get to the bottom, and it's in the other bloody pocket. Like, you're screwed.
That's it. I mean, you. But like, do you know what I mean? It's like we've got lazy because we can carry pretty much everything, even if our pockets are bulging. And it's like, if we carried a bag...
There's nothing worse than the feeling of a bulging pocket, though, I think. I find when I have a bulging pocket, if that pocket is the one with my keys in, I always get the old stab in the leg and it ends badly. Or it rips my pocket from the inside with my keys or something.
Because you haven't got many things on your keys, have you?
Not really, no. I used to have a lot more, but not so much now.
Do you think that's an age thing? It's just like... Just want the simplistic...
As little as possible.
Because I think I'd just have one key, if I could.
Yeah, same.
Like, car key.
I have a key to my mum's and then the two keys to my flat and my car key, and that's it.
Keys are bulky though, aren't they? They're annoying.
Yep.
Would you get central locking in your house?
Nope.
Do you think that'll be a thing that'll happen?
It's already happening.
Okay, expand further on both of those comments, please.
So you're talking about central locking like for a car. So you press the button and it opens. Press the button again and it closes.
For a house.
Yeah. Already exists.
Yeah.
It's set up. A lot of them are set up so you can access it through your phone. So you can unlock your house using your phone.
Yeah.
You also can have like dongles and things like that, or just a simple keypad.
Yeah.
And they exist now. The smart homes are becoming a thing.
Yeah.
They definitely exist. The reason I wouldn't get one is think about how many cars get robbed at the minute because of flaws in their central locking system, because their keys just you don't need, like wire. I suppose if someone can gain access to your car, regardless of whether they can start it or not, which is like a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
It means that they can get into your house through a similar system.
Yeah, but will they be able to start your house?
Yeah, I know, but they can steal everything in it.
Well, what about... No, actually, I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I'll tell you off air. Maybe it's a good idea that I've got in my head, but maybe I don't want to share it.
Maybe it's yours. IP it, mate.
And then I'll tell you once patent is approved.
Yeah, go for it.
Should we budge on to the next topic?
Which topic of conversation is this?
Well, why don't we talk about casinos? No segue.
Okay, well, let's talk about casinos. I know that you like casinos. You tend to frequent them.
I do.
More often than I do.
I went on Sunday. And I was already drunk when I got there.
Tends to be the way that you do casinos, though.
Yes. It was weird. Went with some friends, met some kind of friends, like people. Well, no, they're friends. They're, but you know, not particularly well known friends, just people. Went up to the bar. There's a geezer behind the bar called Benjamin.
Did you make a joke about him being like Benjamin Button or something? Like, is that a bad way to?
No,
I can just imagine you starting the conversation badly and really annoying him, and then getting overcharged for a beer.
No, I was the really calm one, right? He throws his hand over the bar and goes, "Oh man, good to see you." Shake him hand, and I'm like, "I've had a few to drink. I'll shake him one time." There you go, mate. Right. And I ordered my beer, and Gaz is like, "Right up, you're a local here." Guy behind the bar hears him and goes, "Yeah, he's here all the time." And I'm like, dude, he's got the wrong person.
If he's expecting a tip now.
No, I think he definitely got me mixed up for someone else. I'd imagine, I don't know, maybe someone else was there who's spending some big bucks or had some success or something. And
Tip the barman nice.
Yeah. Tall guy with a beard. Maybe that was, but anyway. So we're there, get some drinks, go out for a smoke. And we sit at like the sort of, you know the machines. I don't even know how to describe them.
Slots, or just I've never been in the casino that you've went to.
The screen slots. Okay, so they're no lever or anything, but it is them. You know, the ones they've got in same as the ones they've got in Vaves with like an ashtray on them and everything like.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's so weird to watch. And the night progressed, and we went and did roulette. And we were on a table by ourselves, and I lost a tenner. Oof! I was 20 quid up at one point. Lost it all, mate. But we all just said we'll just get a tenner out and have some fun, you know. And that's it. You know, that's maximum that you can lose.
So I haven't been to the casino for a very long time. What's the minimum bet on a game of roulette now? Like, what is the minimum amount you can put on the table?
Let's think. Maybe 50p.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad then. I was expecting a quid.
But that has to be on a number or split across 4 numbers, right? I was betting £5 a go because I just wanted to do red or black.
Yeah.
Because as far as I'm concerned, like that seems to make the most sense for me.
Well, yeah, you got a 50-50 chance of winning.
Yeah.
But also a 50-50 chance of losing.
Because if you're going to say, oh, I've got a lucky feeling about number 2.
Yeah, you've got a 1 in 30. Is it 36 numbers on a roulette wheel? Something like that?
Something like that, innit? Yeah, the odds are like crazy high. But then, like, if it comes out, then it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's why most people split across multiple things.
Yeah. Yeah, it does make sense.
So they'll put a few numbers down, and then they might put, like, the equivalent amount on red or black. So they've got a high chance of winning their money back. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Surely that's just 50-50. That's like best place to go.
For an amateur, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, there was these guys on the other table, right? And they were young lads. They were screaming and shouting, but I presume they were probably putting quite a lot of money down, which is why they weren't told to shut the fuck up, because they weren't acting in the code of conduct of like a casino.
Yeah.
Especially like a new, fancy casino. So presumably they must have been good customers, but it was strange. Anyway, geezer comes over to our table. He looks at the board of like results that have happened, and he goes, right. Puts down a £5 on 1/3 of the table, so you can bet in thirds, can't you?
Yeah, something like that.
Right. We have a round. He wins, so there's 15 quid there, and he doesn't take up his bet, so it goes again, and then he loses, and the money's just gone, and it's like, what a dipshit.
I don't know, like, maybe that's how he plays the game.
But that's just like, you could have tripled your money on that one bet. I don't know. I just find it so strange, and like, I think being so hammered in a casino really got me thinking.
It doesn't help being hammered and trying to gamble. Your judgment is definitely.
I feel like I was moody without needing to be. Like, I really liked the casino, but also like, so we were there, and it came to 3 o'clock in the morning. It was like, fucking hell, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We've got to go. Like we didn't realize the time, and we kind of looked around, and it's like shit. Everyone else that was here on a night out is long gone. Like the people that are here now are the gamblers, like the addicts, and it's like that's kind of like.
So, one of my favorite things when I went to the casino was the really low in blackjack table.
Yeah,
do they still have them?
I don't know. I've never played blackjack.
No, it's super easy. It's just again you get to 21 or as close to 21 as you can and beat the dealer.
Yeah, so it's stick or
I can't remember the terminology. Twist maybe.
Twist, bop it, pull it.
But it used to be last time I went it was 50p, and you know for 50p I can't remember, you double your money I think.
Yeah,
but you had a decent chance of winning every time because there's the chance of going bust against your judgment and their judgment, so it's quite good.
I suppose because this the thing about roulette is that like all the stats come up on the board of like the most popular color today as being red or black, and this is the most popular number, and it's like the guys that come up to those boards and read the table in hyphens. There's an issue here because either the game isn't fair or you actually can't read the table. It can't be both.
No, you can't read the table. There's definitely like a way to be more accurate. The people are very experienced, so there's like a limit to the amount of time that you can put your bet down, I believe. And so it's like when the ball is still going around.
Yeah.
But then once it's gone around a certain amount of times, you can't put any more money on the table. So people will wait till the last minute so they can get like a better judgment of where they think it's going to go on the roulette.
Yeah.
And then kind of put some money on quickly.
Right, okay, yeah.
I think like the way more experienced people that actually do okay at it, I think.
See, I've seen people do that when the guy will say no more bets and someone will literally lob something on and the guy will be like, the dealer will be like, well, okay, fine, but literally no more now. Yeah. Because it's easier than to let that go than legally deal with it, I guess, but...
Yeah. Casinos are weird places, though.
We should go.
I'd do a casino night if I ever had money.
Yeah.
Weddings are expensive.
Maximum bet £10.
Yep. And if I lose it, that's it. I'm going home. The drinks cost more than £10 in a casino.
Oh, God, yeah. It's like £4 for a bottle of Budweiser.
Oh, it's horrific.
Like a multi-pack one as well.
Oh.
The food ain't bad though. And a margarita.
Margarita pizza?
It was pleasant.
I thought you meant a cocktail then. I was like, that's not food.
I should have a cocktail from there. I like cocktails.
That cost you about £30, mate. I hope you're winning.
Speaking of drinks,
I think we should crack open another beer.
This is a weird one. This is a really weird one.
Are we going?
Let's go for that. Yeah, let's go for the not weird one. Okay, so this is a Mackeson. Would you say it's Mackeson?
Yeah, Mackeson Stout.
Mackeson Stout, the original and genuine. Now, this can is black with silver and white on it. I think. Would you say it's fair that it is inspired by Guinness?
I think it's getting there, isn't it? It's definitely intriguing that the percentage is so low.
That's why I thought I'd get it.
Yeah, 2.8%. It's a very low one. So I'm wondering how it will taste because most stouts are like a hearty 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Like maybe a bit stronger than that.
I mean, look, if this is a low volume alternative to Guinness, then the world needs to know.
Yeah, for sure. Like if you can have like a couple of these, get in the car and you're still okay, then why not?
Smell is pleasant. It's dark.
I didn't smell it. Does it smell like a Guinness? Looks a little bit red to me.
I'm getting a red vibe of it as well.
Oh, mate. when I open that can. Look at that peak.
That's a
Oopsie. Rip earphone users.
I've got so much head on that pipe.
Yeah, it's a frothy.
All right, in about 20 minutes, we'll review it.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
You can't take a sip out of that at the moment. Wait, should we just hit another topic and come back to it?
I think we should hit our big topic of the day. Well, I say it's our big topic. It's a substantial topic because we've both been kind of involved with the topic.
No, I think it's very rare that we buy a game that isn't like a year old because we always wait.
Wait for those reviews. Wait for them. Wait for people to be like, actually, no, it's an alright game.
Yeah.
Wait for the price to drop.
Yep.
That's how we roll.
We never impulse buy, and it always works out.
It hasn't failed me yet.
So we bought
no pre-orders anymore.
No pre-orders. No. But we have bought a game that's only been out 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Not even that. It came out April 29th. I think 28th, 29th, something like that. Not even 2 weeks.
Mordhau. Is that correct spelling? But sorry, pronunciation. Mordhau.
I think so. I'm gonna guess so. I mean, my surname is Mordhau. Yeah. And if I was gonna say it, it'd be Mordhau.
Yeah. Or Mordhau Jew. There's always options here. What a game, though.
Yeah. What a game. Jesus Christ. It's remarkable.
What is it? Give us like a rundown of what it is.
You're a knight, basically. You are a knight, and you get to choose your armor and your weapons, and you get to try. Well, in my case, try and beat other people up. That tends to be how it is. It's very bloody. You can decapitate people, cut people's arms off.
It's gory as fuck.
It's gory. Great team combat. Like, you do not want to get outnumbered in that game.
So it's there's no story to the game.
No story. All multiplayer / you can play a little bit. Excuse me. You can play a little bit like local stuff.
Yeah.
So you got like Horde mode, which is quite a common game mode type. It's got a battle royale and it's got like a battlefield rush.
The Horde is kind of like zombies, isn't it? Like more enemies come in.
Yeah, more and more enemies. Got to buy your weapons. That kind of thing.
And there's the battle royale and everything.
Yeah.
And you can have up to 64 players.
64 players on a server, which for a small developer game is pretty good.
So this was only 20 quid at launch. Brand new 20 quid.
Brand new 20 quid.
4 maps.
Only 4 maps, but
big ones. But
they are big maps. I think they're very well designed, actually.
Yeah.
Then there's not. There are, if you choose one team over another, there are some moments where you feel like, actually, I'm on the better location. Like, I'm on the better side of the map this time. But that might just be like a preference thing rather than you're actually on the better side of the map. But I think the maps are pretty well balanced.
Yeah.
And because of the gameplay, each game feels different.
Yeah.
So because you've got so many different weapons, so many different sets of armor, so many different perks and styles of play, you can literally it's endless gameplay.
So the customization is all. There's no microtransactions. There's no buying stuff outside of the game. And other than the armor's done in a very simple way. It's either light, medium, or heavy.
Yeah, it's simple but efficient.
And
everything else is cosmetic, basically.
Which is well good.
Yeah.
You know, you can, and there's pre-made ones where you make your own character.
Yeah. And obviously the weapons have a lot more stats than the armor.
What did you call your character? Did you call it Ryan?
No, I call it Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
Shall I tell you why?
Go on.
Because the game itself kind of reminded me of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I was like, oh my god, Monty Python and the Life of Brian. So it's going to be called Brian, and that's kind of similar to my name. So that's Messiah. So that's what I went for, and it does give those vibes a little bit. Although I say that like I'm taking the piss out of the game, but I'm really not.
No, it's pretty brilliant.
It's
but
amazing.
Both of these things are brilliant.
Yeah, It's fantastic.
Now, would you say you're shit at the game?
I am shit at the game.
Me too. It's so hard.
I was so happy when I got to like 12th on the leaderboard on a. The teams are 32, to be fair, so that's not bad.
I've never seen myself on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that is a bug that no one knows how to scroll down the leaderboard at the moment. So if you're not in the top 20, you don't get shown.
I need to view position 32 on the leaderboard, and I can't do that. So I feel left out. But like the combat's incredible. I mean, it's for PC, so it's mouse and keyboard, and there's so many options. And
it's a very steep learning curve.
And I think getting good at that is you've got to grind away.
Yeah, and I think the problem is a lot of the player base have played games like Chivalry and a lot of Mountain Blade, which helps. Yeah, I think because it has a similar combat system. So if you're adept to it, then obviously you're going to be better than someone that's literally just picked it up for the first time.
Do you think George would like this game?
No.
I
think he would like the style.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would like the gameplay.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I might be totally wrong.
Do you reckon that's because there's no... do you reckon that's because there's no sort of story narrative element?
Not necessarily, because he's played other like battle royale games and things
that's
like
true.
that. I think the pace of it feels a bit slow, even though it's not. Because obviously, when you die a lot, it's the perks of being shit. You die a lot, and therefore you have to spawn a lot, and therefore you have to run from that spawn to the battlefield a lot, which takes up time. So you don't actually get... Well, I don't actually get that much time in combat successfully killing people. So it does feel slow from that perspective. And I think because of the steep learning curve, unless you're willing to commit a bit of time to it, I wouldn't say a lot.
Yeah.
I reckon after, 20 or 30 games, you'd probably be at a level where you're killing as much as you're dying.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm probably at like 10 to 15 games now, and I'm getting to there. I'm getting to that point where I can see myself on the leaderboard for one.
Yeah.
And at the start of the game, I tend to have more kills than deaths, and then towards the end, I tend to charge in a bit endlessly, trying to get the objective and die a lot.
I mean, it's fun and it's funny.
It's brilliant fun.
Like you can equip a loot.
Oh,
LUT is a weapon, and then you can go around playing whatever tune you like, but you can also go beat the shit out of people with it.
Yeah, there's scripts so you can get like full on music going on.
I set my voice as a barbarian, but then I changed the pitch to be as high pitched as possible.
I didn't know you could change the pitch. I'm gonna have to try that out.
And then there was the guy last night when we were playing who had two shields.
Yeah.
And he was going round, and then it turns out we'd selected the same voice because we were both having a giraffe, and then good going into battle.
I think the good thing about this game is there's so many people just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of serious players, and you can tell that those people with like 33 kills and 0 deaths, and they're always on the objective trying to help the team. And then you've also got your guys that carry 2 shields or just carry a loot and a rock, and that's it, you know, like they're there just standing on a rock playing music, and everyone just leaves him alone because it's like, it's fine, play some music while we fight each other.
It's pleasant.
Yeah, it's a good community game, actually, I think.
The guy yesterday was playing like a crap version of Game of Thrones theme.
I didn't hear the guy yesterday.
Because I swear I could hear ding, 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 and then like it's, you know, the da da da.
I haven't equipped the loot to know how to play it.
No, I don't know.
So that's interesting.
I don't want to criticize, but
yeah,
I would. Yeah,
I think most people that play it well just script it.
Yeah.
They just get a script and then it plays it for them.
That's fine.
But I don't mind because it's good music in the game.
It's great fun, and I think it would be really interesting to see where it goes, because it's like it is from a small developer, 500,000 copies in less than a week sold.
And they're doing so well as well. I mean, it's been out less than 2 weeks, and they released a patch where they added the UI for teams, because it does get a little bit confusing that in the game mode that we play that I can't remember the name of. Where you have the red and the blue team. If the blue guy gets covered in red blood, he kind of looks like a red guy.
Yeah.
So they made a UI where you can toggle it on and off depending on your preference, where you can see who's on your team.
It's convenient.
But that came with a bug. So it came with an FPS bug. So it was freezing people's screens a little bit, and they hot fixed it 20 minutes later.
Very good.
Like, they're literally there. They love their own game.
But
you can tell that those people play their own game.
That's what happened with Rocket League, is that they released it and it kind of took off with the PlayStation Plus release of it. So it came out for free. I think that's when we all got it the first time or something. Or
I didn't have it then because I didn't have a PlayStation.
Right. Okay. I definitely got it then.
Well, I played it at yours though, and I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, and they were working around the clock, because they'd had this whole thing of hundreds of thousands of players just stemming in all of a sudden. But
it was a great game though, and
yeah.
I think it's a similar game. I think it's got good prospects for like clan based stuff, like people that like that kind of thing, and potentially esports as well.
Yeah.
I think because of the variety of systems, once you start getting like a team together that you can play with,
yeah,
I think it's definitely there, like 6-on-6, and maybe say like discriminate and say no one can have the same weapon. Or something like that. Like,
that'd be cool.
Like really, so you can change up the style of gameplay and things like that. I think it'd be good.
The head is gone on the beer.
The head has gone on the beer, and I've took a couple of swigs.
We're taking a couple of swigs.
It's pleasant.
It's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not special.
It's not a Guinness.
It's definitely not a Guinness.
But it is a stout.
Yeah. It's not special, but it's not subpar either.
It doesn't taste weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready for a rating?
Yeah.
Out of 10.
5.
5, okay.
Just because it's... that sounds damning, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a pleasant drink. I'll enjoy it, especially for 2.8%.
Yeah, no, you can have a couple of these and drive. I'd do that.
Happy days. What do you think?
I think it's a 7.
Oh!
It's like, I am not a dark beer sort of person, really.
No.
Like, I tend not to... It's not that I don't like them, I just tend to steer away from them because I prefer the lighter ones.
Yeah. Sure.
But this is very nice. It's very smooth.
I think it's pleasant.
It doesn't feel too heavy on the stomach, which is what I find with a lot of dark beers.
And it's a nice looking can.
Yeah. So yeah, not bad ratings for this beer, but it's one of them. If you pay more, you could probably get better. Like I would definitely take a Guinness over this. But if I knew that I could have 2 of these and drive, then maybe I would.
Yeah, it's a different thing, I suppose.
It's situation dependent. So I want to skip back to Mordhau.
Yeah. Okay.
I went on the Steam page this afternoon actually, because I wanted to read some of the reviews, because when the game came out, it had a lot of kind of server problems.
Yeah.
Because it was way more popular than they ever expected, and they had a lot of problems. Yeah, like their gold and XP system wasn't saving to their characters, so people would spend a night playing, getting all this gold, unlocking shit, and then the next day they'd have none of it.
Yep. Okay.
And yeah, big bug. It's fixed. 7 days later, it's fixed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it probably got fixed before that, but we only brought the game a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they gave everyone 10,000 gold, which is not an insignificant amount. Even we got it, even though we weren't playing at the point where all the bugs were.
You could choose to decline it. If you didn't feel you were affected and you don't accept the gold, it was shut up.
Yeah, give me that gold. It's going to take me 10 years to earn that much of gold. That much.
So shit.
One thing I do want to compliment about the game, though, is it's only 10 gig.
Yeah.
All of these games coming out now that are like 60, 70, 100 gig, this is 10. So it means all the patches are like 4 megabytes. And it's fantastic because it means when you go on your game and you see a patch and you're like, no, and then by the time you finish saying no, it's done. Rather than, no, I've got to wait an hour and a half. do you know what I mean? When you like that's fantastic, I think. And yeah, the graphics aren't the best. Like, they could definitely be better.
Yeah.
It's not a AAA game, though. And they're good.
They could be worse.
Yeah, they could be way worse. But yeah, I picked off a few
Have we got comedic reviews? Is that...
a few, just a few. Okay, so this, I haven't read the names of the people, leaving them anonymous. If you want to go and find them, go find them. I threw a sword at a guy I was dueling, and it stuck in his arm. The dude then took the sword out of his arm and proceeded to kill me with it. 10 out of 10.
Are you going to do a different voice for the next one, though?
No.
Ah.
I can try.
Do it in a barbarian voice.
No. Deep customization and no microtransactions. What sorcery is this? 10 out of 10.
Thumbs up.
I kicked a horse to death, so I thought I'd leave a positive review. 9 out of 10.
There must have been a lot of kicking.
The kicking in the game it's blundersome, but fantastic. So I came across a shield guy, and I had no idea what I was doing because I had only just started playing the game. It's like my second game. And obviously he had no idea what he was doing, but somehow had picked up a shield off the floor. Yeah. And he was hiding in a corner, just holding his shield up, so I couldn't attack him. And then I remembered from the tutorial that I could kick. And I proceeded to just kick him and kick him and kick him until he died. It took like 5 solid minutes of kicking. And then another guy came and found me kicking this guy and was like, you know what, I will help. So it was just me and another dude just kicking this guy in a corner. That's kind of fantastic. Nice about it though, I was just wetting myself laughing because he thought he was invincible with his shield, and I kicked him to death.
Most people are so shit at it. We don't know what to do. Yeah. We just find people that don't know what to do.
It just sucks that I don't know what to do more. The game is like a vibrating strap-on. It's rough to get used to, but it's pretty fun once you get used to it.
Yeah?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Last one. It makes my pee-pee really hard. 10 out of 10. There's some good reviews on there. Most of the negative reviews on there are literally just from the first couple of days when they had the problems. But they're all ironed out now, and it's a bloody fantastic game. I'll give it its due. For 20 quid. You can't complain at all.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it didn't release as one of those, it's free, but here's all the loot boxes.
Yeah.
I much prefer to pay 20 quid straight out, give the devs their hard-earned cash to be like, you worked hard, here you go, and then be done with the money giving. That's my personal preference. I don't want to see them microtransactions in my games.
No. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's a lot of money that I'd have got in that first week.
Yeah. I can imagine it's like a similar story to like Astroneer or something.
Yeah.
Like where they weren't expecting to sell that much. And then it just goes popular mode. I think I think it's going to pick up steam more, to be honest.
Yeah. I guess we'll see where it goes.
I think once they get like a few big YouTubers playing it or something.
Yeah.
Like really get it out to an audience that's more than, I don't know. I don't even know how many copies they've sold now. But yeah, they deserve it, I think.
I think so.
I've never really been much for these kind of night-based games, but I'm really enjoying this one.
Yeah. Shall we proceed on to the next topic?
We shall.
Russian spy whale.
Oh, Russian spy whale. This one is it's a bit late, to be honest.
Yeah, we're late to the party, but I literally don't have a clue about it.
So, I think it was a Norwegian fishing vessel found a whale. The type of whale begins with a B and a beluga. Is it beluga whale?
Yeah.
They found a beluga whale with what they believe to be Russian spy equipment strapped to it.
Just a GoPro.
Pretty much, I think. So yeah, there was a big kind of like, oh my god, Russia are using
strapped to it.
Marine animals and training them for spying missions.
This is what the Norwegian fishing boat is saying.
I don't know whether it's just kind of what everyone came to the summary that this is what's happening.
Okay,
and
right.
they believe that it's an escaped whale from a Russian training facility where they've been training whales to spy. A Russian training facility for whales. If they haven't got the doors sorted, as the first thing. I just want to, as my first thought, I thought it was a brilliant story. There's pictures of the whale in this harness.
Yeah.
But if I was Russian intelligence and I wanted to spy on other countries.
Yeah.
And I was going to strap my equipment to a beluga whale.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put property of Russia written on it. I would probably just leave that bit off and yeah.
Untraceable. Yeah, it's kind of like not a new concept.
Yeah. That's kind of what kind of thrown me off a little bit. And what if it's just a marine biologist that's strapped a camera to this whale to be like, I wonder what the whales do?
Which is probably far more likely.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I think this story of Russian spy whales is fantastic. The way it's just been thrown out of proportion.
What useful footage is it going to get?
I don't know.
Is it still underwater? Yes. Has it infiltrated the Houses of Parliament yet? No.
Has it swam up the River Thames? Is it stuck?
This is still underwater.
I really don't think that was the case. I think everyone just went a bit crazy on it. But bloody hell, it was the fear of people oh my god, they're using animals to spy on us, and it's like if they wanted to spy on us, they wouldn't be using animals.
Google Maps does better spying than that.
They'd probably just hack something.
I was going around Accrington today on Google Maps.
Okay. Did you find anything interesting?
No, well, just sometimes I do it. If work's a little bit quiet,
just browse Google Maps.
No, I'm sending a package out there to a customer. And I'm
where do they live?
Where is this? What's the post office person going to see when they deliver this parcel?
You check them out.
And I found that it was an alright industrial area, but I found a right dodgy back alley. And then we couldn't go down there in Google Maps, and I was like, well.
You can't go down alleys on Google Maps because they can't fit their car down there.
Exactly. But I thought it was, because it was a well dodgy alley, I thought the better story would be, don't want to go down that alley.
It's not really a story, though. It's the truth.
Yeah, but it's not as fun as the Google car didn't want to go down the alley. It not
thought
fitting.
He was going to get mugged.
Yeah.
Don't take my car.
But it is mad for spying.
Okay, so if you're a Google Maps advocate and you check people's addresses before you post things to them, have you seen anything weird on Google Maps before? You get a lot of weird stuff, don't you, on Google Maps sometimes? People half falling over and then in the next shot they're on the floor or something like that, I think they're pretty good.
Yeah. I haven't come across any of them.
Nothing.
Today I was mostly looking at brick walls. Plus I'm on quite an old computer which can't really handle Google Maps.
I remember when Google Earth first came out.
Oh.
It was on Windows XP and it took 6 hours to load.
You downloaded it as a program,
Yeah,
didn't
no,
you?
it was a proper program. I think it still is.
Really?
Yeah, you can get Google Earth as a proper program.
It is kind of taken for granted that is a free thing. That It's kind of insane.
Yeah, no, you can literally get a map of the world.
Because sometimes, like, I'll just go off on one.
Oh yeah, you could spend hours on there just
I
looking
do.
at the scale of things. Something that's been popping up a lot for me recently is like the inaccuracy of a standard 2D world map, and how, because of the way that it has to be flattened out,
Yeah.
the way that some countries just look a lot bigger than they are.
Yeah.
Like Russia is nowhere near as big as it is on a 2D map.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, because it's so northern
Yeah.
that it kind of stretches out that area.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way that, like, I think Greenland is perceived to be huge,
Yeah.
but it's actually only like the size of Mexico.
Which is still pretty big.
Yeah, no, it's still pretty big, but it's nowhere near as big as what it looks like. And I don't know why I'm getting those type of things pop up. It's strange, but it was always interesting.
It is. I think I was going around. Trying to remember. I was going around some far eastern island the other day. And it's just like kind of somewhere that's like a touristy spot, and like it's a beautiful resort sort of thing, or like beautiful getaway place. And then like you go around the other side of the island, and you see it's just like decimated poverty. It's just crazy, man. And like there's not much there. Like it's.
So I saw a picture. I follow a Reddit called Interesting as Fuck.
I follow that one, yeah.
You do. I think it's pretty good. And there was a picture. I don't know where it was, but they had a view out of a hotel.
Yeah.
And they had literally just what's the effect when you can't see out of the glass?
Like
a haze.
Yeah, steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd just done that to cover an area of poverty that was like next door.
Oh.
So you could literally see the whole view, but you couldn't look down. But then if you just moved to the next window and looked down, it was there. You know, they hadn't done a very good job on hiding it, but they literally just tried to block it out.
Yeah.
It just kind of shows that the world is not in a good place.
No, like okay, so when I went to China, I stayed in this hotel quite high up. Because they didn't have much like floor area occupied. They just went really tall.
Yeah, that tends to be what they do, isn't it, in China?
So we were like on 50th floor or whatever.
That's amazing. I've never been on a 50th floor.
I might be chatting shit there. High up. Let's just say high up. Really high up. Definitely not.
I think once you get to a certain height, you have to take another elevator because they can't make the cables safely that long.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I can't remember what. Something.
The 150th floor we're on, right? And
2,000 floor.
they do this huge advertisement that next door to the hotel is this designer shopping village, mate. It's crazy. It's just a block of Ralph Lauren and Hugo Boss and all these lot, right?
You're going to say, are you sure it's Ralph Lauren and not Ralph Laurent or Ralph Lauren?
Hugh Boss.
Bugo Haas. I want Bugo Haas. Oh yeah.
Leaves Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
What they've done, right, is they've built this in hyphens designer shopping block, and they put it around a shanty town. So when you walk around it, if you look down the side, like down the alleyway between Bugo Haas and Ralphie Lauren, Shantytown, and you can see
weird.
right down it from the hotel.
A lot. It's like that a lot in China though at the moment, isn't it? Like they've got a lot of poverty, but also a lot of a lot of wealth.
But surely you like the amount
area.
of money to build that shopping village. If you'd have equally dispensed that amongst those people, they could have probably got out of poverty.
Yeah, but their shopping village is probably private.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah.
That's the problem.
This is a complicated issue, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no,
I'm not sure.
I don't think we should get into world politics and economics.
I mean, apart from
I am not an expert.
I don't think we're going to fix it in the time that we've got left on the podcast.
No, I don't. I really don't. We still need to do a third beer, and I'm not ready.
Let's talk about the third beer.
It looks an interesting one.
This is the controversial one.
I think any beer with this name, anything with this name, just it doesn't give it a good look. I'm going to be honest. It really doesn't.
It's weird, isn't it? You going to say it?
No, I think you should do the honors. It's your beer. You should say the name.
This is a really cool looking can. It's got a rainbow super duper patterned ram on it with the words pineapple milkshake juicy tropical IPA.
This is either going to be really enjoyable or bloody disgusting. I don't think there's going to be an in-between.
No. The words on the side say brewed with fresh pineapple juice, lactose, and a touch of vanilla. This is a juicy tropical and a smooth IPA. Denali hops add even more pineapple notes as well as a light bitterness to finish. Lightly carbonated and uber juicy. Good luck. I hope it's good.
Oh, the smell.
Yeah, man. It's like a Rubicon.
I think it's literally fruitier than a Rubicon.
I hope so. Right.
I think the problem when you've used a glass with more than one type of beer is you always get that little bit of froth in the bottom that you can't get out, and it does affect the taste of the other beer.
I think I just got some of the lactose vibes.
Lactose. Yeah. You can taste lactose.
But it says brewed with fresh pineapple juice, lactose, and a touch of vanilla.
Lactose is just sugar, right?
I'm getting the milky lactose vibes and the vanilla.
Lactose isn't milk. Lactose is just the sugar in milk.
Is it really? So I've never questioned it.
That's why like you're lactose intolerant. It's just because you haven't got the enzyme in your body to break down the sugar.
Wait a minute.
That's why you can get lacto-free milk. Because it's still milk. They just got rid of the lactose.
I've got a lot to think about, haven't I?
Not really. You don't need to think about that. I'm just telling you.
I know, but like, I just assume. Like, I mean, fuck it. Just drink this.
The vanilla scent is so strong.
It's more of a lactose thing. I think you're smelling.
It smells of something familiar. I don't want to drink it until I recognize it.
Oh, it's different.
Wow. Okay.
First impressions, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, man. I'm saying yeah.
It's funky. It's not your everyday beer. I probably wouldn't buy like a crate of it. But for one, like every now and then, yeah, why not?
It always tastes wrong.
It tastes of something recognizable, and I can't think of what it is. It's going to really annoy me.
I'm so like, what types of Haribo are there available? Tangfastics, Star Mix.
Wait. Is it like the white of the egg from Haribo?
That's what I'm trying to get to.
I think it is.
What's the red? There's like the other type of Haribo. There's Star Mix, Tangfastics, and there's Super Mix, right?
I don't know. I'm not a Haribo expert.
Super Mix was like quite a milky, vanilla-y sort of one. Lots of lactose. And like, I think that's the flavour. It's like it's exaggerated eggs of white of the eggs.
No, it is very sweet. It's enjoyable, but I can imagine by the time you get to the end, it's going to almost be too sweet.
Yeah. This is not a session ale.
No, it's not.
Like, imagine if you drank too much of that, you had to throw that up.
Oh,
mate.
no, just stop thinking about that.
How would you rate this? Wait, have we got all the information out?
I don't know.
I don't think we have. This is from...
It's a 5.3%.
It's yeah.
For one. We're a 330ml can.
It's from the Black Sheep Brewery up in North Yorkshire.
It's got pineapple. I'm just reading the ingredients, and it does actually have pineapple puree in. And they do add lactose. So you can actually buy, for people that are lactose intolerant,
Yeah.
you can actually buy just the enzyme, and you can eat it.
Yeah.
So you can have a tablet with the enzyme in to break down the lactose, and people do it often before they have like chocolate and stuff. Because obviously, like lactose-free chocolate, it's not the same.
No.
So they'll eat the enzyme to break down the lactose for them, so they don't get the shits, basically.
So that is it.
Yeah,
basically, they're not producing
simple as that.
enzyme
Yep.
to break it down. Okay, right. That's interesting.
So yeah, you can literally just buy the enzyme, eat it, and then go for it. Like drink your milk, eat your chocolate, whatever you want.
I mean, the allergies and things that the body rejects is kind of like crazy, and it's a big old list of things, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be like celiac. I can't even think of all the other allergies, like hay fever.
It's hundreds.
Yeah,
But I heard one the other day that was like a floral kind of allergy that was basically related to something that is like a flower petal that is used in association with some kind of fragrant puddings and desserts.
Okay.
It's like, it's mad. Yeah. Are you allergic to anything?
Not that I know of. I get a little bit of hay fever.
Yeah. Okay.
But so I get it basically like severely, but for 1 or 2 days a year.
Yeah.
And when I went to the doctors, he said it's probably just one particular type of plant or tree that you're particularly allergic to, that pollen. And when that flowers, that's when you have it really bad. And then after that, you're fine.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what he said. Yeah, it basically just says it just has a massive peak at one point. But other than that, I'm fine. I tell people that I'm allergic to tuna because I hate the shit and I want them to keep it away from me.
Tuna.
Okay. So as a kid, I hate the shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming around to it more now.
Have you ever had a tuna steak?
Yes, it's bloody lovely. So so it took a long time. Obviously, tuna steaks are pretty pricey for what they are.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
so obviously, as someone that isn't sure if they like it or not, it's quite an expensive thing to not like.
Yeah, okay, that's
you get where I'm coming from. So it took me a while to get around to actually trying it, and before that, I kind of realized that. So when my mom used to make like my sister's sandwiches, it was always like tuna mayo.
Yeah,
and it turns out it's not really the tuna that I don't like; it's the mayo.
Okay, yeah.
So I hate mayonnaise. I hate the thought of it.
It's pretty minging anyway.
It's like, I don't know, 90% fat.
It fucking tastes incredible though.
I think it tastes disgusting. Like thinking about it makes me want to be sick a little bit.
Ever since you told me that though, because you told me a while back, I have pretty much avoided mayo.
Oh yeah, I can literally like, whenever I see it, I can like imagine it clogging my arteries. If you know what I mean, like it just
shocking.
It's just one of those things that psychologically I can't bring myself to eat.
I mean, I have the ultra light mayonnaise, which is
it's much better,
so much better. And like, to be honest, I've got used to that taste.
Yeah, no, you would.
So,
but yeah, I used to tell people I was allergic to tuna just so they keep it away from me because I hated the smell.
Do you like other seafood?
Yeah, I'm getting better. Like, I've never really been a massive seafood person, but like I've recently started eating like sea bass.
Right, okay.
I've always eat prawns. I've always eat like cod and haddock and things like that, and salmon, smoked salmon.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I'm coming around to it more. Like I'd have like a fish soup in a restaurant or something like that. Like something quite fishy.
Right, okay. Fish pie?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, it's more just like, because it's only really recently started, it's still not something I'd go to a restaurant and be like, yes, I'm going to get the fish because I know that I prefer other stuff more.
Yeah.
But if there's ever an opportunity to try something, I won't avoid it.
I think because we are Midlands based, I think like probably quite rightly we're not big on our fish. I think if we were coastal,
yeah, probably if we're brought up on it, then
because it seems
it'd
like
be different.
Something that really is important that it's fresh.
I think so. I think you can tell the difference.
Yeah. I mean, do they just have better chippies on the coast?
I think fish and chips taste better on the coast. I'm not going to lie.
I absolutely think so.
So it probably does. Maybe it's just like the beer glass there. Maybe it's just an illusion.
So yeah.
How would you know?
Right. Should we hit up a topic?
Let's hit up a topic.
I want to talk to you about VR.
Yeah, I saw that. What's the deal? What's going on? What's going on in the VR world?
So
We are talking the same VR, virtual reality.
Yes, virtual reality.
Okay.
Now, there's already your Oculus Rifts, your HTC Vibes. You stick them on your head, you're in a virtual world, right? Visually and hourly, if you put on your headphones or your speakers or whatnot.
Yeah.
However, there's a new product that's on the way called Feel Real VR.
Is it like a full body suit type job?
No. It's not so much about... I don't know if you've seen them, like there's the infinite moving pads where you're kind of held by harness and you can
like
do
an all-way treadmill thing.
Yeah, so that's obviously a thing that you could do. This is completely a different route. So if you were to combine it with that, you probably on a pretty good one, right? This is a company based in New York, and they did a Kickstarter, and it's basically an add-on additional unit to existing VR headsets. So if you imagine you've got your goggles on, by a set of magnets, you can attach this unit to it, and you buy the Feel Real add-on bit.
Is it just basically like a Rumble?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna keep guessing until you get there if I think of something.
Okay. It's all about so yeah, if you've got an Oculus, you buy the Oculus version, it matches the colours, all magnets, a pretty good grip. And the whole thing is about stimulating other senses. Because if you're in a virtual medieval world, right, and then the cat comes in and does a poo on your shoe.
Oh no, so it produces smells and stuff.
Well, no. What I'm trying, yeah, because what I'm trying to say is, if you're in your living room, your cat does a poo on you, that takes you out of the space galaxy that you're traveling through in VR land. Because like, oh, my cat's just done a poo on my shoe. Okay,
yeah, I'm hearing you.
What I'm saying is VR smell-o-vision.
So this new technology is bringing the smell. Is that what you're saying?
Amongst other things.
Taste?
Well, no.
Because you've only got audio, visual, and touch are your other three.
Okay, so let's stay with smells, right?
Okay, yeah.
In the front of it, you've got 9 capsules of liquid. I guess it's kind of like in the same field as like a vape, right?
Okay.
And
it mixes them to create different environments.
They've designed them with a master perfumer designing person, and it's a combination of them that makes a generic set of scents. However, you can buy specific scent sets
for specific experiences.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But it also can provide the sensation of hot and cold air blowing onto your cheeks, and it can also produce like a water vapor mist, like to simulate rain.
That's quite cool.
Yeah. And it vibrates too, and it can vibrate quite aggressively to simulate like a punch or an earthquake or something or other. So it's got the rumble. But anyway, it completed the Kickstarter. They asked for $15,000 and they got over 100,000. So they are very much going into production. And at the moment, it works with a limited number of games, but their big thing is the virtual reality version of Skyrim. And you could buy a set to go with Skyrim. However, it works with YouTube VR, amongst other things, and you can also implement it into your home video footage or whatnot, or into your own YouTube videos or whatever. You can edit with their software to say, at this point, it's going to smell like this.
That's cool, I guess. It's very niche, though.
Is it niche?
I think so.
Why?
How many people are uploading in VR on YouTube? I've not seen one.
No, but there's well, it's more. It's
if you gear it towards games more, then yeah, I can kind of get it.
Yeah,
But if you try and push it to like YouTube and stuff, I think that's very niche.
I think it is games that they are pushing towards. That's the main thing.
Because yeah, if you can have a certain smell set for a specific game,
yeah,
and then you can bundle it to be like, I don't know, buy this game and you get the smell set half price or something.
Yeah,
and then you know that.
And that's it. They've
cool.
also released the software development kit to integrate this into Unreal Engine and Unity Engine. So if you are developing a game, you can write. I guess this needs to take up. Personally, I think it's too big at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's too much work.
It covers your face, but then again, it's only £300. Which, if you're buying a big VR rig, and if you're really wanting to play that Skyrim, like this is surely a great option.
Yeah,
the reviews for it are really good.
I think that they need to keep the smells their end rather than. I know it's difficult, but for a developer, if you're going to have to think about what everything smells like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, that's a hell of a lot more work.
Yeah, but surely that just opens up another job.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, at least one other job. But
just
what I'm saying is, like, if the company that are producing the things do it themselves, you know.
Yeah, but what if
because they've got to produce the smells anyway.
Yeah.
So the developer can go along and develop as many smells as they want, but what if the company doesn't have the smells that they want? You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to come from the source of the smell.
Yeah.
Or it needs to be at least a collaboration.
I suppose with screens and speakers, you can play whatever sounds and whatever visuals you want.
Because I guess that's the thing. Like, visually, the developer can put whatever they want to go onto your screen.
Yeah.
In terms of sound, they can make you listen to whatever they want you to listen to.
Yeah.
If they then had to go for smells and was like, oh yeah, but if you want a good smell, then you're going to have to buy this kit. And they might not even make this kit yet.
But surely that's just like an additional thing. Like if you want the experience, like it is there. And maybe it's like, there doesn't need to be a smell for everything, but all it is because there'll already be a piece of code in game that is like, it's raining, so show the rain.
So you just add that on, tag it.
Yeah, if they're outdoors, just put a bit of mist out onto their face, or you know,
pine smell. They're in the forest.
New car scent.
GTA.
You imagine what Grand Theft Auto would smell like. To be fair though, like the smell of burning rubber and like gun being fired, that's a good smell.
Can't say I fired that many guns, to be honest.
No, but like, you know, like a shotgun.
Yeah.
Like it's a good smell, the cartridge that's been used, isn't it?
Yeah, ejection of the cartridge it's a nice smell when you open the barrel and the cartridge is there.
It's a nice sound as well.
Yeah, just don't smell it at the end before you pull the trigger.
Yeah. Make sure you smell the
Bad consumer advice.
Yes. So yeah, that is my conclusion. my research of Feel Real.
It sounds interesting. I don't know how well it will do yet.
Yeah.
I think it needs VR to take off a lot more.
But surely it will.
I think it will. Over time. I think it's going to take a long time. I think they anticipated that it was going to be much sooner than it was ever going to be. Like the moment Oculus and Vive and I can't remember what the other one is came out.
Yeah.
I think they were like, "Oh my god, VR is going to be like the next best thing."
Well, surely it
But
should.
it's so much work to develop VR that the money's not there. If you know what I mean.
Do you reckon it's the money that's holding them back then?
Yeah, for sure, I think. Until we get a big developer going, right, our next big installment of this title is going to be VR.
Exclusively VR.
Yeah, something like that. Like, we're only doing VR now. It's going to take something big.
Yeah.
For like, imagine, I don't know, take The Last of Us. Imagine if they were like, oh, by the way, Last of Us 2, only going to be VR. You can only experience this game in VR. How many VR headsets would they sell? Like, that week?
You'd also have a lot of people rebelling against that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it's an extra, like, 200, 300 quid. And it's not fair. That's the problem. Because you've already brought a system to play it on. And then you're like, oh, but by the way, you're going to need this extra thing that also costs the same amount as what you brought the thing to play on.
I think I saw a video on YouTube that was... it was VR. Would have been good if I'd have remembered this 5 minutes ago because we spoke about YouTube VR. But like this guy climbing up and like the camera technology itself is able to do a 360 video and sort of by the way that it captures video is able to
like stitch it as well.
Yeah, edit itself out. And this guy, he climbs rock faces without any safety gear, anything. Just goes for it, and it is terrifying. And
yeah, that kind of thing scares me for that person.
Sat in my chair on the ground at my computer, like a bit of wind and a bit of. I mean, the VR is surely going to be insane for those sort of experiences.
Yeah, I agree, and I'd love to have my own VR. Yeah, Oculus, Vive. If you're looking for a sponsor, hit me up. You know, I'd be happy to take one of those headsets off your hands, give it a go. I've got a few racing games I can try it with.
I can start a YouTube account.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd love it. I'd love it. I think I never buy Gen 1. That's my rule.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stick to that. I'll wait for Gen 2 at least before I do anything. And obviously, like, I'm not buying anything expensive before I get married now, so it's kind of got to wait. But yeah, I mean, I'd love a new computer screen, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm the same. Like, I'd love to play with it, but I don't think I'd use it enough to warrant buying it outright. I think I'll wait for Gen 2 and loads of games that it's going to be. I just want it to be wireless.
Yeah, you can buy wireless modules for them now.
Yeah,
at least I think I've seen for like the Vive that it's like just a wireless transmitter for the HDMI. So you plug it in the back where the HDMI normally goes,
yeah,
and then you plug the other end into your HDMI port on your computer.
Yeah,
and it transmits the data across.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of lag to it, but it's pretty good. And obviously you need a bit of space. You need quite a bit of space for VR.
Yeah,
because you've got to be able to put the cameras in.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, gonna have to wait for that one. I'd love to try it with like some racing though. Obviously, we're big advocates of like the Formula 1 games and Project Cars. That'd be.
Are you sure cool. That's when it's going to be really cool?
Yeah. I could actually look in the mirrors then.
Yeah. Should we progress on to some shout outs? Should we get wrapping this bad boy up?
Okay. I forgot my shout out.
I I remembered what
I
my
remember
shout-out was.
I remembered.
Because okay,
It's fine.
right.
It's cool. It's cool.
Go on.
Okay, I'm gonna give a shout out to cashew nuts. Because they're bloody tasty. They're great. Was that my shout out? I can't remember. Is that the wrong one?
I didn't know what yours was.
No, honestly, I believe they are king of the nuts. On the spectrum, they're at the top for me. They're number one.
They've sold out cashews at the shop. What are you going to buy?
Pistachios.
I'll have effort. For a nut.
What, you're not feeling the pistachio?
I love pistachios. I don't understand why I have to prepare them.
Yeah, they're annoying, but at the same time, imagine being the guy in the factory that has to prepare them.
That's why I hired someone privately.
Yeah, not only does he drive my Bentley because I got banned from driving, he now peels my pistachios while driving.
He feeds my geese as well. All right.
I do like the old coated peanuts though. They're pretty good.
What, the dry roasted?
They're like the ones with the crispy shells. I think they're
Christmas nuts.
Christmas. Crispy shells. Like you can get the sweet chili ones, you can get the barbecue ones.
Peanuts.
A little bit like wasabi as well.
Peanuts.
Yeah. It's like a crispy shell with a peanut inside. Mate, next podcast I'll bring some.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You find them.
They're literally in every shop ever.
Maybe I've had them, or maybe not. Like, I don't know.
If you haven't had them, I'll be surprised. If you're playing the long game and you've had them and you just want me to bring some, bravo, sir.
I'm doing well either way, aren't I? All right. Good shout out.
What about you? You got a shout
out? Yeah, I got two. I can't remember what the second one is though.
I hope it's not Busted's album.
Nah, go on. But nah, it's good. It's still good, that album is, but I'm pretty sure by people wouldn't like it. I'm pretty sure what you heard and you didn't like it.
Yeah, all 27 seconds.
I listened to 27 seconds. You didn't get to the good bit.
Well, why would you put a bad bit for over 27 seconds in front of your song? I'm just going to put that out there. Why? Why would you do that? What's the point?
I haven't got much of an argument there, other than contrast.
No, it doesn't.
There was bad bits of the Mona Lisa. I shouldn't have made that comparison.
The Mona Lisa's an icon. You don't release something new.
George will fucking kick me for saying that. Probably quite rightly as well. That was a bad thing to say.
Yeah, don't release something new that's got bad bits. Those bad bits might have been good at the time when he released. You don't know. Shout outs. Let's stick on it.
I'm not gonna
argue Busted with you.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna try and fight the corner anymore. Right, first shout out, Dig Brew. We've got to go, man. Stumbled across it in Digbeth. Mad place. And it's a brewery. Well, basically, it's a brewery in Digbeth that has a bar. Hasn't really got a front door. You kind of go through a loading bay. Go through some, like the plastic like
the anti-fly sheets.
Anti-fly, no wind sort of thing. Yeah. And you go through like a maze of brewery equipment, and then it's like kind of like an old factory warehouse with wooden beams and just a bunch of benches and a makeshift bar.
That sounds amazing.
It's cool, man. And like, me and Pagan went, and we went with Beardy Ben and Charlotte, and kind of just strolled in. Geezer's at the bar, and he said, "What do you want to drink?" And we went, "Oh, but we don't know. We haven't been here before." And it's like, "Shit, man, let me get you every drink we've ever made." So he gets all these samples, and they were like, "Oh, we're not sure." And it's like, "I'll get you the lager, I'll get you this stout," and he just couldn't throw those samples at us quick enough, and it was great, and we drank them all. Great.
And then you didn't buy a beer because you had enough samples and just left.
Mate, the stouts, like, we've got to go. No one's driving. We're all training. The stouts, 6.8% stouts, cherry stout. Oh,
Cherry stout is a beautiful thing.
stupidly good.
I had one in Budapest.
Yeah,
The cherry stout was bloody lovely, absolutely delicious. It was like a dark ruby color beer, and
who do you reckon invented the cherry stout? And did they get a pat on the back?
they should have got a pat on the back. They deserve one. I'll give them a virtual pat on the back right now.
That's Dig Brew then. That's my shout out. And that was
Okay.
the pat on the back, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's going to translate onto the mic.
should do.
Yeah.
You had 2 shout-outs, no?
Yeah, I did. I can't remember what the second one was, though.
All right, well, shout out to your shout-out.
Shout out. I'll think of it next time.
Right, should we wrap this one up?
Let's wrap it up. So, we might be back next week.
Yeah, depending on the excitement of the next Game of Thrones episode,
Yeah.
we believe episode 5 is going to be a big battle.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big battle, and it's going to be glorious.
Don't know if we can-
Lots of people are going to die. Everyone's going to die. Burn them all.
I don't know. Can we talk about it without George? Maybe. I don't know.
Needs must.
Yeah. We'll get Josh in.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll work out a plan.
Yeah. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed the Game of Thrones episode. By the way, we weren't really planning on doing it. It just kind of happened.
Very little plan there.
I
mean, that was a 2-hour episode, wasn't it? Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode, even though we're missing George.
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoy all of the episodes coming in the future.
Every single one.
Every single one. Can't wait till we get to 10.
And if you don't give us a bad review. Give us 5 stars, but also send us an email about how we could improve.
Constructive criticism, always welcome.
But yeah, we're now on every social media platform.
Boom.
I think we're not on MySpace, but other than that, we're on YouTube
We
as well.
should be on MySpace, so people can then put our little intro as their on their page. Remember when you could do that?
This song emotionally
MySpace.
describes me.
Yeah. And then I was that one guy that just had a really, really, really loud song that you couldn't turn down.
Yes, you put it in the script, didn't you? What was it?
I can't remember.
I think I had Slipknot for a long time.
Probably. It has to be something that starts like straight away. It doesn't have any build up. Just the moment you open that page, you're getting blasted. Hope you ain't got headphones on.
Chorus of a System of a Down song.
Oh, good times. MySpace when things were simpler.
I miss Tom.
He was my friend.
Anyway, thank you very much for listening. We'll catch you very soon.
Yeah, we will see you on the flip side.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Are we making goose sounds?